Hey everyone, Rebecca Thorne back again. I'm super excited to be here today. Today I want to go ahead and show you guys two methods that you can use as a querying author to track which agents you submit to. Method number one is Query Tracker. Now that's a website. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, I've opened up Query Tracker. I'm on the home page right now. And I went ahead and made myself a little fake profile just to navigate through this website. Now it's pretty easy to do that. We're going to go ahead and go onto the Agents tab, and you're going to click this and go to Search for Agents. And this is just a listing of every literary agent that is offered in America and in England. I don't know if they do any other countries, but as you can see, there's a little British flag over here, and then the American flag. But this is really great because it lists everybody and their status for querying. So if an agent decides that they don't want to be able to take queries, they can go ahead and put that little red icon in there. And that just shows that they are not accepting queries. So please pay attention to that because you don't want to query someone who's not accepting them. But as you can see, there's a couple different icons. They list whether or not they take a submission form or if they take an email or both. So we're going to go ahead and click on one just to show you what it looks like. It comes up with a profile. And you can track pretty much everything about this agent on this page. It gives them their email, the website, some information about them. Again, do your due diligence and learn something about these agents before you send out the email, because every single one needs to be personalized, but not creepily. Don't be creepy. Anyway, once you go into the comments section like I just did, you can see all of the different authors who have contributed their statistics for this agent. Now, if you're curious about the acronyms here, I know there's always some confusion with it. EQ stands for electronic query, CNR is closed, no response, PR is partial request, and FR is full request. And this is just really cool because it shows you roughly how long this literary agent takes to respond to emails. So if this agent is showing these, 2-week, roughly 1 month of return times, and then you've waited for 3 months to hear back from her, probably it's a rejection and you just haven't gotten the email yet. But this gives you a really good gauge to kind of know how long it's going to take someone to get back to you. So please do keep that in mind when you're querying these agents. Now, as I said, Query Tracker isn't just for tracking literary agents, it's for tracking who you query of the literary agents. So if you'll see over here, they have the queries, my list. Now you can go back over to your area and there's a query record next to every agent's profile. And if you wanted to just query them, all you have to do is click that query list and it goes ahead and adds them to your query list, which is great because it kind of keeps track of who you want to query and at what time, and organizes them really nice and neat and then offers their query status. This status changes whenever you go into that other page in the comments section and enter in your personal statistics, so it really kind of encourages everybody to keep track of what's happening around them. But as you can see, you can add private notes to each different agent as you're querying them. You can also add a reminder date, which is great because some agents allow nudges in a certain time frame. Again, you can get all that information off their website, but the typical response time, I would say 1 month. If you don't hear back from an agent in a month, it's a good time to go ahead and nudge them. But as you can see, there's a lot of different features over here that allow you to just better track and prioritize which agents you want to be querying and at what times. So this is a really great method. I mean, if you are really into technology and you really like this kind of website, it really is just a beautiful, beautiful way to keep track of all of these literary agents. And there's kind of a bonus because once you go ahead and sign on with a literary agent, then you can go through and finally put down that they've offered to you, and you can go in there and add yourself as one of their clients and then take a little interview, which, just feels really great after you've been getting rejections for a certain amount of time. So that's super cool. I really like this website. I think that it's really, really well done. I think that there's a lot of great organizational tips here. And it's just easy to navigate. So if you're looking for something like this, I recommend checking out Query Tracker. Okay, option number 2, Excel spreadsheets. This is the old-fashioned method. But this is actually what I used when I was querying my novels. I queried 3 over the course of 3 years, and I have most of the query statistics here. I sent out a couple emails here and there that weren't included here, but I'd say I probably queried about 150 agents over the course of 3 years, once again with 3 different novels. As you can see, I used a pretty extensive spreadsheet. I had response time, follow-up time, what their response actually was. I went ahead and listed their website. I added their email addresses for follow-up. And then in this first one, I said query agency multiple times because I wanted to know whether or not that agency allows me to query another literary agent when one of them rejects me. With the second book that I queried, oops, sorry. With the second book that I queried, I used mostly the same format. I went ahead and had all of the same things on the top, except I added one extra column over here on the right. You'll see in a minute, but it was called Why Them? And that was really important because I wanted to make sure that I knew why I was querying these specific agents. I was a little pickier in this second round. Then the third round came and it became kind of a free-for-all. I queried, let's see, we're going to go down to the bottom. I queried 90 literary agents. That number's a little less because I had some of these spaces. That was just to help me really organize which round I was querying these authors in, because I did it in about 2 rounds or 3. But I had all of the ones that gave me good responses up here at the top. As you can see, the white one is Caitlin's offer, which I did end up taking. She was the offer, or the only offer I got on this particular book, but it's been a great relationship, so I'm really happy with it. But as you can see, there's a lot of agents and a lot of things to track when you're going through with these queries. And it's important to know which agents you've queried and which ones you are going to be querying. So that's it. I hope you learned something today. I hope that you are interested in tracking with one of these 2 methods. I hope you're not just sending out emails willy-nilly and not keeping track of which agents you've queried, because if they've rejected you, trust me, they will remember your manuscript. So don't do that. But it's really helpful to have some kind of query tracking system in place. Thanks so much for watching today, folks, and I hope you enjoyed.